How's it going, everyone? I hope you're all doing really well. So Mullen's having another good day on the market today. We're up 27% at the time of recording this. So we're up around the $14.15 per share mark. Obviously, very welcome for the shareholder base to see some more recovery in the stock price. Still, when you put it into the last split terms, we're only sitting at about 14 cents per share. But you know, we've got to take these little victories where we can. Now, interestingly, this 27% rally today, it's shot up and it's kind of basically held that mark. Now, what is behind that, it's really hard to say, but I think one thing that might be feeding into this, but could also be a bit problematic, is the fact that Dave Michery yesterday tweeted about the 8K form regarding the promissory note, the $32 million loan. And he said that I think what's kind of resonated with the shareholders a bit is that he said it's not convertible and therefore there's not going to be any sort of dilution from this event. So that at least I think has given the stock something to pop on today. And I think it's held that line. However, I still think it might be a bit of an overreaction if you just look at it purely from like the value of that loan, because basically it means that, you know, the company's throwing away $18 million because they're borrowing 32, if they pay back 50 million to fund manufacturing, which is what he said in his tweet. So that, I think, is still kind of problematic. Now, obviously, the market's, you know, reacting to the good news that there's going to be no dilution. That's been obviously a very sore point for the stock for, you know, particularly the last 12 months, but even beyond that too. So since I've been following the stock, it's been diluted very heavily, plus reverse stock splits thrown in. And so borrowing 32 million and paying back 50 million, you know, wasn't something that was welcome. Now, I hate to like rain on the parade here, but like it is not a great deal for Mullen, this promissory note. And obviously, yes, it's going to be used for manufacturing purposes they've outlined, which is okay. That's fair enough. We need the money to do that, but you know, it's going to hurt it hurts the share base because we've already got a high cash burn rate and we're starting to book some revenue, but it's not as much as, you know, we need at this point in time. So it's going to be, you know, the shareholders actually have to wear this. We're basically just throwing away $18 million in, you know, cash for this. Obviously, if you think about like other things that they've thrown money away at, like, you know, they've tried to do a stock buyback with non-free flow, free cash flow. So, you know, they've done a few things like this before, which have hurt the stock longer term. Now, the stock might not be reacting to this just yet, but it'll be interesting to see if it can hold this mark where we're at today, the $14. I think that's a challenging one. Now, obviously, another key point we're going to be looking for is if the stock can go beyond $16, which is 16 cents pre-split, but $16, that was basically around the height that it got on its first day rally after the reverse stock split. And if we really do have upward momentum in the stock, I'd be looking to see if that $16 mark can be breached in a meaningful way, you know, and see it pushed back beyond $16. Now, I think that is definitely possible because, you know, this is day 5 since the reverse stock split. So we very easily look like we're going to be a quarter of the way through regaining NASDAQ compliance. And, you know, I think that's really the key milestone here. So I don't think the debt raising, the 8K promissory note that came out last week was good news. But at the same time, there's an easing of minds in the sense that Mullen is, you know, step by step getting closer to regaining compliance. And I said, in terms of this reverse stock split, I said that, you know, if they go big, they'll very likely be safe, and I think that's the case. So, you know, there's been, you know, a little bit of bad news with the promissory note, but there's also been some good news around production and deliveries. That's, you know, that's, I think, weighing things out, and you take into account that, you know, there's a removal of institutions and their investing actions at the moment too. Generally speaking, there might be a little bit, but not very much. So this week the stock's kind of, you know, in the hands of the retail scene, I think. But it'll be interesting to see what happens next week after New Year's, and, you know, basically the institutions come back to the table and start doing more proper investing. And also it'll be starting the new, I guess, financial year as well for the US markets. So yeah, I think it'll be more interesting to see what happens with the stock after Monday. But you know, this is where we're at. Anyway, so share your thoughts on Mullen's rally today. Do you think it's going to be continued, and do you think we can actually get back be above the $16 mark and hold the position above the $16 mark soon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, what do you think about David's latest tweet? If you've seen it, share it in the comments below. Till next time, everyone. May the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.